Okay, Jeff goes random cooking. Alright, so what you do, in order to cook for like 20 guys, you take your sauce, you take your meatballs, you put it all, wait, that's wrong movie, sorry. You take some yams, try to get the biggest ones you could get. Alright, because you're going to be scraping them, you're going to be cutting them. If you get the little ones, that's more work because it's more surface area around these little teeny ones. You get these big ones. That's what I do. Alright, so do what I do. So I scraped it a little and then I cut the ends off as they get a little bit stringy. I did take a small one because I wanted to get rid of it. So what you do is you scrape it. You get one of these nice scrapers and you basically just scrape this, and you could compost these or put these in the I guess a waste disposal or whatever you do with these, or you can give them to your chickens if you have them. And that's what you do. You just scrape these, you take off the outer skin. I guess you could make it with the skins on. I've never tried that. That's actually another video where somebody could try it. I just like it without. You just keep doing this, however you do it. And then what I do is, these are so hard that you have to make these kind of thin when you cut them. I'm going to show you, because the yam is harder than a potato, and it needs more time, a little bit more heat, I guess, to cook through. So I cut them kind of thin. That's why I think you'll see these thin yams cooked elsewhere if they're making fries out of them. Okay, so I took the skin off of this big one. Let's just give you an introduction. You can use one of these big knives or a I like this Cutco. I do. This Cutco one is good. So let's just go down, and then I try to like have this. Make sure your fingers are out of the way, and then you can cut them in long strips. Let's just show you what I did here. Yeah. You put your sauce, wait, no, that's another movie. Alright. So, you just cube them. You know, I'm trying to look at my, I'm just going to ignore I'm looking at my viewfinder. I think I'm going to cut my finger off on camera. Alright, so I'm cubing these. Let's see if I can get a thin view on, there we go. Alright. This is getting to be a big mess, but alright, let's see if I can get one good cut. This is like a cooking fail. Alright, so here's a piece. Let's just take this as an example. It's hard doing this on camera when I'm looking at a viewfinder at the same time. Alright, so you cut something like this, and then you'll cut this thinner. There we go. Oops. Alright, so you cut them about like this. And let me see if I can actually get a good one. This is my first cooking video, and it shows. Alright, so I cut these. They look like carrots, sort of thin carrots, and then I further cut them down. You can't even see, I know, but I'll show you afterwards. About like what character was that? If you can name that, you get to name it. Oh, here we go. So I cut them about like this. There you go. Nothing up my sleeves. And about this thin. That's about how you want to do them. So that's about it. And let's put it next to this so you can sort of see. There, that's about the thickness of them. There you go. Yeah, see the skills involved in this? Actually, if I can do this, and I have like no skills, that's a zero, like about no skills, 0, 0, 0, 0 skills, you can do it. Okay, I use one of these steel bowls. This is where I'm at. Maybe this looks a little bit more where we want to go. So about this thin. Let's see, compared to a finger. That's getting a little thick, but that's about it. Alright, thin enough. Actually, almost a little less than a McDonald's fry. How about that? Yeah, a little thinner than McDonald's fries. That's a good idea. By the way, I'm going to do a hot air fryer with these yams. And this idea was given to me by the father of a sort of a well-known local newscaster from, I'll say CBS News. How about that? I won't say exactly who. But I met this gentleman at the gym, and we used to talk about food as we're working out or whatever. And he told me, and I do potatoes also with this, but this was, he actually suggested the yam, and then he also said there was something like a purple potato, I think, or something. And oh, a purple yam. That has a really different flavor, really good. But I've been focusing on these. I guess they're regular yams or sweet potatoes. I think, yeah, they're called sweet potatoes. But yeah, sweet potatoes. The yam sweet potato thing is, you could look that up online. So sweet potatoes, but I just call them yams. So for purposes here, there'll be yams or sweet potato fries. So okay, here is my progress. I'm getting a little better at cutting these. See? There they are. And I have a few more to go. This is sort of how they look when you slice them. And I just separate them like a deck of cards. I do have to caution you. When you're using the knife, keep your hands away. And because these are hard to cut. You really have to keep your hands away. Use it like a crab. People hold things like a crab, I've seen on cooking channels. But just when you use a big knife or a sharp knife, just keep your hand away. Do this. Hands up above the darn knife. Alright, there you go. Safety tip. Another safety tip. I've seen all the chefs do this on Chopped and even demo cooking. You keep your hand like a crab. And if you're going to cut this, you put your crab-like fingers like this. So I guess the most that you'd cut off would be the tips of your fingers. Or your nails. You can't even see this, alright? So you basically crab-like. So I guess you're skimming your knuckles if the worst that'll happen. Not like this. As you're cutting, you'll definitely have no fingertips. So crab-like. I bet a lot of chefs have like sliced knuckle tips and maybe nails, but hopefully that prevents the finger loss. Alright, let's continue. Okay, this is what you have. I put some spices on it. Ground pepper. Where is this? Black pepper. A little cumin. Can you see that? Cumin. Garlic powder. And some paprika. And you put some oil on it. I put a little sunflower oil, a little olive oil, a little grapeseed oil. Doesn't really matter. I just put a little bit on top. And you put your sauce in, your meat in, and you wait, again, wrong movie. You just mix it up. And I put a couple of little pours of the olive oil. You could put maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons if you want less oil. But this is a nice big amount. I'll use part of this and I'll put the rest in the refrigerator and use it the next day. You shouldn't keep it more than 2 or 3 days in the fridge, but I'm going to use part of this. So you just mix it up and you keep adding your spices. Okay, yam can cook, I guarantee. Okay, I'm also going to put a little bit of rosemary powder in this. What I did is I dried rosemary out, and then I took the rosemary, the dried rosemary, autofocus. Alright. And I basically put it in a coffee grinder. That's how you can make your own herbs. Boy, that smells very aromatic. So I put some of that. Maybe I'll do a video on how to make powdered herbs. Alright, so then you mix this up, and I'm going to add this to the hot air fryer. The hot air fryer reveals coming up. Okay, hot air fryer. This brand, I got a big one. There's the little tray, and I add some of the fries to it. There you go. This is really complicated. And I'll show you what it looks like. Ooh, that's a large amount. Alright, you want to cover the bottom of it. Cover it, but not too much. Just maybe 1.5 layers. And you put it in there, and you turn this thing on about 400 degrees for, I do a couple of sessions. I do about maybe 8 or 9 minutes. You don't want to burn it. And then you stop and you take it out and shake it, which I'll probably demonstrate. And then you do it for another 2 or 3 and you watch it. Because these yam fries tend to get a little burned. Because I believe they're thinner than, I don't know, there's just something about them. Maybe there's starch in them. Somebody can look that up. Alright, about ready to fire this baby up. Oh, I don't think you can see that, but alright, here we go. There you go. And basically what I'm doing is, you can't see. Alright, whatever machine you have, maybe you can hear that. Whatever machine you have, you just program it to about 9 minutes. I'm reducing the temperature, and it's about 400. So we let that cook, and we'll see what happens. Okay, came out after about 9 minutes. Shake it up. Maybe not the 15 times of some fast food places. Looks like some of them are starting to brown a little, so you don't want to go too much further. Maybe another 2 or 3 minutes. Back in. And beeps it up a little bit. 400. I know you can't see that, but I'm going to do about maybe... I'll have some guts. I'll do 3 minutes. Okay. Done. Oh, they look good. They look about where you want them to be. Let's try them out. So you take a few of these. Look at that. And you take a little ketchup. You take your ketchup, your sauce, and you dip them in. There you go. Just dip them in there. This focus thing isn't really working too well. All right, hold on. You take a little bit of this. You take your sauce. You take your meatball. All right, wait, wrong movie. Dip it in here a little bit. They're hot. Wow. Oh boy. They're good. Wow. Ow. They're really hot. Well, these turn out to be perfect. I think I added the right amount of oil. So there's your hot air fries. Yam fries. Hot air sweet potato or hot air yam fries. Thank you to the father of the newscaster who gave me this idea. Yeah, I'm overdosing. I have not gone from making fries or potato stuff to really anything else with this thing. You can cook other stuff in this. I just don't want to grease it up, and I'm just stuck on these hot air yam sweet potato fries and potato fries. Maybe I'll do one of those. So there you go. Jeff Goes Random with cooking hot air sweet potato / yam fries. There you go. Okay, this is the hot air fryer that I'm using, the Gourmet. I got a big one. Some more of the fries in there still.